Hi, it's DelusionDispeller back again to conclude with my last video on growing up in dysfunction. We've been talking about some dysfunctional traits in the other videos that I've been discussing this in, and I'm going to wrap it up right now with a couple more of the last traits. So another trait is something called justification. And that's on TV. There's no emergency here, I promise, if you can hear that siren in the background. Anyways, justification goes like this. You may say, I don't like swimming, so if I put my bathing suit on and I get too close to the water, and if I might dip my foot in there, and especially if I swim, I'm going to drown because I don't like swimming. Okay, obviously the thoughts don't really connect together. I don't like this, so I'm going to die doing it. But a lot of times that is how people reason things out. Just basically kind of in a way making excuses for not getting involved in things that might be for their betterment, simply because it didn't work the last time, or I don't feel comfortable with it, so I'm just going to curl up and die. For instance, somebody that, my daughter for instance, says, I hate needles, Mom, I don't want to ever go to a doctor. Okay, I understand that. That makes sense. But if she said, I hate needles, so if I get a shot, I'm going to get a disease, that's not a logical justification of not getting a shot or not getting some type of a thing that would be life-saving. Now, mind you, I don't vaccinate my children. Haven't for years. Of course, my children are grown up now, but even when they were children, I didn't. I have a religious exemption for that. But the point is, that would not be a good justification, saying because I hate needles, a shot is going to give me a disease. And that's common in dysfunctional situations. So that's why I was using that example. Maybe it's not a real good one, but maybe you can come up with some and post them in the comments below or something. Okay, should statements and should nots. You really should like peas. I always liked peas. There's no reason why you shouldn't like peas. Peas are good for you. You should eat your peas. Okay. Another thing is, you should not have said that. Who has the right to tell you what you should and should not do, especially if you're an adult? Nobody. You have a right to make choices. And whether you should or should not have made a choice, the fact is it's your right to do that. There might be a better way of saying this. Rather than you really should like peas, you could say, I'd appreciate it if you just gave the peas a try. Now, if you're an abuser, you're going to force feed the peas to your child, obviously. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about statements here. You really should do this, or you should not do such and such because of whatever, it makes me look bad or whatever. Should statements in the adult that was basically abused would be probably self-statements. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. I should go here. I should do that. I should, must. Don't should yourself. I mean, don't keep telling yourself you have to do things if you don't choose to do them. Should puts a lot of pressure on people, so don't use it. Okay. Labeling. He's a blank without really even knowing the person. Self-labeling. I'm such a loser. I'm so stupid. I'm a retard. I'm dumb. Everything I do fails. I'll never get it right. So labeling yourself as a failure, as a disappointment, whatever. Personalization and blame. If only I was a better wife, he'd love me and treat me better. Not true. He needs to love you and treat you well, whether you're a better wife or not. Unless you're an abuser, then he needs to divorce you and get out of the relationship. But if you're doing everything you can on your end to be a good person, then no. You don't have to jump through hoops to gain somebody's love, and if you do, it's not a healthy relationship and you need to leave it. If I hadn't burned his dinner, he wouldn't have had to punch me in the face. Nobody has to abuse you. That's a lie. Nobody has to do that to you. If I would have kissed her more, she would not have broken up with me. Not necessarily true. Some things are just not meant to be. Whether you would have kissed her up and down her arms and elbows, it wouldn't have mattered necessarily. Maybe she just doesn't want to be with you, and maybe she's, you know, found out that you're not compatible. If I was there, she would not have died. Not true. Again, you can't stop somebody from dying. When their time comes, they're dying whether you're there or not. If only I went to college, I'd have a really good job now. Not necessarily. I went to college for 5 years and can't get a job outside of my home, which is why I'm a life coach within my home and do other side businesses from home. If only I had sons instead of daughters, my life would be so much better. Really? Maybe not. Maybe those sons would grow up to be drug addicts and murderers. You don't know. You can't say stuff like that and blame yourself for making decisions and assuming that your decisions caused some kind of tragic thing happening. I mean, unless you know for sure that your decision wasn't a wise one, and if you made an unwise decision, you have to forgive yourself and move on. But you can't take everybody's blame on yourself. I mean, you can, but it's not healthy for you to do that. So these are just some of the dysfunctional things that you might see in someone that was raised in dysfunction. I hope this kind of sheds some light on things. I know some of it might have been a bit redundant, and it was in the first video that I made too, but I'm just trying to share these traits in as clear a way as I can. If anybody has anything to add, or that you know I forgot something or skipped something, please let me know. Thank you for your comments and your questions and your encouragements, and even some of your critiques that were polite and knowledgeable. I appreciate it. I am remaking videos right now, so you'll probably see that some of my videos are listed as private. That's not to keep you out necessarily. That is because I'm remaking them. Now that I have a better appearance, I've lost weight, I feel better about myself. I'm still losing weight, by the way. I am going to present a more professional me, I guess you could say. So anyways, keep on watching. You'll see more videos pop up that you'll remember as your favorites way back when. But I'll be looking a little bit better in them now than I did then. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned as I do some more remakes. Keep writing to me at DelusionDispeller@gmail.com. If you want a session, please write me at DelusionDispeller@gmail.com. And I love y'all and care for you, and I'm so thankful and humbled that I'm helping. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye-bye.